All right, go. Got one.
Welcome to Working Title Sports Show, the show where we talk about sports. Are any of us athletes? No. I'm not an athlete because I'm a fat ass. I get winded thinking. So there's no way in the world I know anything about sports properly. There's the reason why I made the show, y'all. It's all about us being fans, bro. Everybody's a novice. We got a little bit of knowledge because we all played sports. Everybody played sports. And so if anybody want to ask like y'all niggas don't know shit, yeah, of course we don't. None of us are athletes. None of us played college sports. None of us did any of the amazing shit that we see on television. And guess what? Here's the best part about it. None of y'all motherfuckers who are listening to us have done the same. So everybody's on level field. I just had to put it out there. Tonight,
kettle.
I'm just saying, look, motherfuckers out here acting like they running a Fort LeMay back in high school. Nigga, them days is over. Back in the day, man. Yeah, back in the day, bitch. Days is over.
I mean, let's be real. We already saw the, this thing of all the black athletes putting themselves out there for massa. Oh, my bad. The NFL Combine. My bad.
Here you go. Here's the...
I'm just joking, man. I'm not even serious on that shit.
No. I got a real question, though. Why do niggas think that's a point?
I don't know, D. You know how the whole
time. It's the equivalent of a fucking job interview. Like, come on.
No, it's the same dudes that be sitting up there saying these motherfuckers sitting up there playing for massa, and then they'll turn around and fucking put on some fucking redskin face paint and be like, "Go Skins!" And I'm like, dummy.
I mean, saying the most. That's the thing, kill me. Everybody says that shit. Yeah, man, it's nothing but slavery. Okay, look, it's not slavery. What it is, though, it's not slavery. The NCAA, that's slavery. Yeah. Okay? That's slavery.
Yep.
NFL, at least them niggas getting paid. That's all I can
look, the way I see it is this. We as fans, we all sell our soul to watch the NFL, all right? Let's just be real.
Exactly.
That's just how it is.
Yep.
No
doubt about it.
Look, we all supported Colin Kaepernick and him taking that knee, but we sold our soul because, God damn it, I got to watch some Cowboys.
Hey, man, look, bruh, look, I don't wish death upon Jerry Jones, but if the motherfucker died in a plane crash, I wouldn't blink twice and wouldn't cry on nothing. Oh, Lordy Lou, what's going to happen?
Me and D will do our obligatory, Jerry Jones, he was such a nice guy, but fuck that racist motherfucker. He done.
Right?
I don't look, and see, here's the fun part. Even with all that, here's me. So, Cowboys are playing this Sunday, right?
Hey, Dak, you playing Sunday? All right, bet. Let's go.
Look, I got almost into a fight with somebody a long time ago because I said the same thing about Owen Hart.
Let's be real about this.
Ooh, I know. It got quiet right there.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
So Monday Night Raw gonna be at the regular time, ain't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I want you to be real about that. I want people to be real about this. When Owen Hart died, when he died at the pay-per-view, right? It was that Sunday, right?
Yeah.
No bullshit.
Nobody...
Me and Eris, I'm not even joking. I met Eris Monday morning, Saratsville, before class started. And I was like, man, I wonder if Monday Night Raw is going to still be the same. Without blinking the eye. It was like no remorse. It was just like, this is a damn shame what happened to Owen Hart. What's going to happen to Monday Night Raw tonight?
Yo, you know what that reminds me of? As fucked up as it is, when Chris Benoit died and they did that moment of silence. And then they backpedaled as soon as they found out the details.
It was like ECW. Vince was like, "Yeah, we're gonna forget that even happened."
I'm gonna be honest, man. Hornswoggle's account of it is even more fucking hilarious because he was like, "Yeah, I guess we go back to the hotel. We can wrestle." And he was like, "Yeah, we're all in the hot tub, and all of a sudden we're just flipping on the phone." And it's like, "Oh shit, oh shit." Oh shit. He was like, it was him, CM Punk, who the fuck was the other dude? Fucking Long Island dude. God damn it.
Zach the Predator?
Yeah, Zach and some other wrestler. And it was
I'm gonna just throw it out there. Was it Chris Masters?
I don't know. It might have been. All I know is they said they were all four of them in the hot tub, and they were flipping through phones. And when the news came out, what Benoit actually did, Hornswoggle and CM Punk looked at each other like, "Ah, shit, god damn, fuck,
Punk,
damn."
Punk, who cried on television. Punk was in tears hearing about Chris Benoit and was on tears on television about it.
That's that nigga at the pay-per-view.
And on top of that, that was the motherfucker that broke him in and humbled his ass, man.
I mean,
Benoit
bro, I'm
was the
pretty
nigga
sure,
that was trying to train him and all
I'm
that
sure
shit,
Punk was
man.
sad, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure he was like, "Ah, shit, damn,
Yeah, that's
fuck."
terrible. But that's what I'm saying. But you see what I'm
No,
saying?
he was like, you know what's even more fucked up? At one point, CM Punk had to have gone, oh shit, now I'm wrestling John Morrison.
I know, right? It's like, damn, who am I wrestling the pay-per-view now? Shit.
We're gonna do that, boss. But look, here's the fun thing. Here's the
This
funny thing.
motherfucker gonna corkscrew moonsault my ass to death.
He's gonna be jumping around. Anyway,
Our truth, like,
So-
this is a conspiracy.
so, you know, it's funny. It's funny though. I say that because I think people are just full of shit when it comes to this little. You gotta be. I won't even say political, but you have to be keeping it real at all times.
Yeah.
Type of thing. You got to be in your toes because you never know when your brother's going to check you. And let me be real. I understand. Yeah, there needs to be some type of gatekeeping. There needs to be some kind of keeping everybody in check, letting everybody know what the real deal is going on. I'm fine with that. But then there's you talking all this shit, my nigga. Sit down. The fourth quarter's about to start. Like, yo, what? Like, you watch it every fucking day.
Oh yeah.
At some point, you sound like a hypocrite. I'm not saying you are one, but by definition, yeah, you are.
It's like basically how much of it was lip service and how much of it is real. It's like that's why
Exactly.
it's like everybody's like, "Oh, NFL ratings is down," but I'm like, "Yeah, it might be down, but how many people are still watching football? Like, come on." Like,
Yeah, it's still millions of people too.
Facts.
Yeah.
There's still millions of people watching it and all the rest of that shit. And then the best part is, again, a lot of y'all lied. Just like straight up
Speaks- I
lied.
mean-
I ain't watching the NFL no more. I ain't watching the NFL no more.
Speaking of lying, Deontay Wilder
You know
thought he
what?
had hands.
I couldn't. Oh.
Can we talk about this? So
Can we talk about how Deontay Wilder walked to the ring looking like a bionicle?
And then
I gotta be honest with
and
you.
then Blame said outfit on why he got them
I
hands put on
know,
him.
right? But here's the funny part. I fucked with it a little bit. I don't know why. I guess it was because it was bejeweled and all black.
Oh no, that shit went hard. Don't get me wrong. And then
Oh yeah, that was cool.
And then he got D-Smoke from Rhythm and Flow.
All I'm saying is, it's
And
like,
you know the worst part? That intro and all that. I told myself then, this nigga's about to lose. I knew it. Like in the back of my head, I told
And then
that to myself.
Tyson fucking Fury came out on the fucking throne singing a song by some dude who I'm pretty sure has said boy to a black man's face at least 3 times in his life.
3 times, nigga, you are being nice.
Right?
I was gonna say you being real generous right there, man.
Look. So for me, here how it was. For me, I was like, fuck. I didn't eat yet. Let me run down to Wendy's real quick. Hop in the car, run down to Wendy's, come back, right? I get back in the house. It is the second round. I mean, it's the end of the second round. I look at the first thing hop out my mouth. What happened to Dante's face?
Yo, when
What happened to
when his ear bled, I was like, oh shit, this nigga got popped in the eardrum. He can be able to stand up for shit. Then they was like, oh no, his eardrum didn't get popped. I was like, oh, so he just got the fuck beat out of him. Okay.
You know what
I'm
this
like-
reminded me of? It reminded me of when Ronda Rousey got her ass whooped the first time.
It does,
Holly
doesn't it?
Holm.
Yeah, Holly
Yeah.
Holm put the fucking hands to her, and we all had them jokes, and everybody was like, "Yo, Ronda, get away from the fucking Diaz, get away from your trainer, and get a new trainer." And she didn't, and she got her ass up the second time, and I'm fearing that's what's gonna happen to Deontay Wilder because right now, no bullshit. Mayweather's looking at Wilder like, hey, I can train you, and I'm like, you might want to take that training, dog. I'm just saying.
I don't know what to tell you.
You know what's funny though? Like, all right, fun fact: Amanda Nunes popped Holly Holm ass with the same kick that she knocked out Ronda Rousey with.
I know, right?
I thought
Never
that shit
heard of
was
that
hilarious.
Hey, DK, you never hear the bullet that kills you.
Facts, man.
Wilder though, I'm sorry, man. I loved all the jokes from the JoJo joke that I threw out there to just every joke under the sun. And you know, some people are like, you know, I find it funny.
He got. Speaking of JoJo, that nigga got muda to death,
bro.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
I mean, like, here's a wild part to me, right? I don't know whether these are black people that are brand new to the game, but it's like, peep this. Them jokes are gonna fly, guys. They will never go. So I don't want to hear, oh, black people betrayed Wilder. No, we didn't. We just crack jokes like we always do.
And also, here's my thing. To bring up all the things he is, look.
Still a great athlete. I mean, what do you want me to say?
Here's the thing. Deontay is a lot of things. Yeah, he is a lot of things. But he is not nearly as fucking toxic as motherfucking Floyd Mayweather is.
Oh, no, he's not.
We understand there is a difference between these two brothers. And you know what? Good for all the people that wanted to back him up and put out all that information up. Because I didn't know Deontay did half that shit, to be honest with you. I didn't know he gave back like that. And that's a wonderful thing. But here's the thing. It doesn't take the fact away that he walked in that ring and that white man beat the living shit out of him. That does not take away nothing.
And I mean,
and here's the worst part. The worst part about it is this, y'all. We all seen the fight. The second and the fourth quarter, after he went down the first time, we all saw it. He wasn't even putting up a fucking guard, and he was just getting laid.
He was trying to go for that. Deontay made the mistake that most people in fights do, where they'll take that beating because they're aiming for that one hit that can take the person down. I'm like, but you have to block in order to. Okay, yeah. Deontay, what are you doing?
Yeah,
all right.
Motherfuckers out here thinking they fucking anime characters, like waiting for that one shot.
Fucking nah.
Hajime no Ippo and shit.
I know, right? You know what? Look.
Dude, this old trainer didn't even want to throw the towel. I laughed.
Yo, and also, Chris, as we all know, that shit don't work for heavyweights. That only works for like cruiserweights on down. That really doesn't work for anybody else.
Dude, I'm mad that his trainer.
You absorbing a lot more fucking force. Like, nah, don't wait on that shit. You better take that shit.
Dog, his trainer had the look of disgust when everybody kept telling him, dude, throw in the towel. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Throw in the fucking towel. He's gonna die.
All right. Fifth round.
This man, you about to get this man Apollo Creeded.
I know, right?
Pushed this nigga.
Throw the daggone towel.
He pushed this nigga in the corner, right? Throws this nigga in the corner. Wop. Dante, Wilder got both his arms up trying to block it. And Tyson is just eating him. Yeah.
When he got knocked down and he found himself around Tyson's ankles, I was like, I just looked at this shit and I thought, guard.
I
was like, what the fuck is Ha Davis right now?
Ha Davis' reaction afterwards is still fucking hilarious. He just was crying. Not like, real crying, but fake crying.
Here's the thing. We knew in the first fight that Tyson wasn't going to be no easy win, motherfucker. We already knew.
There's going to be a third, by the way.
Real talk. As much as I said Wilder won that, real talk. It's so easy to make that same argument for Tyson because he fucked him up in that first fight too. So the fact that the only way, so who knew, guys? The good way to beat Deontay Wilder was just to do the real simple thing that D does when he plays Tekken with Craig Murdoch. Rush the living shit out of you. Why did I think
Deontay Wilder, as strong as he is, as good as he is, he's a wild fucking swinger.
I mean,
and if you have somebody rushing a wild swinger like that, All they're going to do is curl up in an ass ball and eat motherfucking hooks and jabs the entire fight, which is exactly what happened to him.
All you have to do is infight. That's it.
That's all you have to do. This nigga's waiting on a fucking hook. This nigga's waiting on a haymaker and a hook. That's all he's waiting on. You know why? And I don't blame Deontay. You know how many fat motherfuckers I done laid out right now? So I don't blame him for having that mentality. But real talk, Fury went in there with something that who fucking knew you needed for this, Deontay? A goddamn plan. Who knew?
Fury,
who knew?
Wilder tried to do the Mike Tyson, everybody got a plan until they get knocked out thing. And I'm like, in theory, I get what you're doing, Wilder, but
yeah. No, it don't work when you're losing See, Chris, that only works if you have two things. Motherfucking mental advantage, and number two, actual goddamn advantage in a fight.
It's like the person in Street Fighter that feels, all right, if I get this raging demon off, it's a wrap. And I'm like, you do realize they can just jump up and they can just jump in the air and kick you out the raging demon. But okay, let's see what that happens.
Not even that.
Like this fun shit.
Thinking that somebody is a fucking like because somebody's a damn player that they're trash, and then you get clapped.
Yeah. You know, here's the thing. Here's the real big thing that I took away from all this shit. That nigga licked that motherfucker's blood. Ew, really? Really, Tyson? I get it. You're a snowman, my nigga. Yeah. Me personally, I would have licked it and spit it back on the motherfucker. Come on, man.
I mean, you know, at most, Deontay would have probably got fined, but hey, fuck it. It is what it is.
Somebody fucking took that shit and ran that clip back with Kai is my neck, my back.
Oh my god.
So here's the fun part about that. I think Deontay learned who his real friends was, not his goddamn corner.
Nope. Bruh, that man had the look of disgust like he didn't even want to throw in the towel. I'm like, what are you doing?
I would change my whole fucking camp.
I would too. I will immediately wash out my camp because what happened was I like how he sat down in the 5th round after Tyson and said, fucking this nigga up the whole fight. They got the nerve to say this. You good, man. You just gotta get that one punch in. Shut the fuck
like, what are you doing? You're horrible people.
Yo, this nigga can't feel his motherfucking toes right now, and you're trying to tell him to wait on one punch. Yo, dog,
You are not Saitama, dog. Throw that towel in,
I'm
dog.
just saying, y'all.
It's like they said that shit like they said that shit like it's something they kept repeating him since the first round. Like, yeah, you just looking for that one punch. So this nigga been waiting multiple rounds, getting his ass beat on 8 for 1. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, I hate to be those are the type of dudes that will sit there and look at your car and needs a new carburetor and be like, it's good for another 100 miles. No, it's not. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Man, all you gotta do is put duct tape on that side of that bitch. Nah, see, I done did it for. Look, how hell you gonna tell me? And I done did it before.
Speaking of which,
I love that black people bullshit.
Only thing missing from Deontay's trainer was a cigarette like hanging out the side of his mouth as he's talking to Deontay the whole time. I'm like, God damn.
Man, Deontay looked like he needed.
You know what? He needed like a fucking Mars scene where like he goes like black and white, and it's just like a freeze frame of him trying to grab Tyson Fury's ankles, and he's just like, it was supposed to be a night like any other night.
Oh man. Speaking of which, real quick, you want me to tell you guys about this new CBA?
Okay, yeah.
I have a list. Yeah. I have a list.
Now, before you go into it, the players did say yes to all this shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
17 games is coming apparently, but they're saying 2022 is when you'll probably see the change because they're right now trying to figure out how exactly are they going to implement 17 games in a season.
So that's fair. That's fair enough.
Players would get 47% of all league revenue in keeping with their number from the current CBA.
Good. It sounds like that should be a little bit higher, but okay.
Yeah, so which means the expansion of the postseason by 2 teams also will generate an estimated $150 million. 47% of that is 70.5 million. So basically, the playoff expansion is going to net additional revenue for players that pretty much if they wouldn't have received that initially, but they got it now. So I guess they're basically getting more money when they expand this playoff shit.
Well, that sounds like of course, you need to add another game. You need to add another paycheck on that. So it makes sense to me.
Once the league moves to a 17-game season, the player's share of revenue includes a media kicker, which constitutes an additional share of revenue based on the size of TV contracts.
All right.
And they say the share can climb as much as 48.8% if the league team's revenues increases by 120% or more. And it can't be reduced via stadium credits. So yeah.
I wonder what that means though.
And also the new deal gives players 70% of revenue from the league's Los Angeles Stadium project.
Wait, what?
The new deal would give players 70% of the incremental revenue from the league's Los Angeles Stadium project, meaning 70% of any revenue that exceeds projections in any given year. Which means that they also get a share of the revenues from legal gambling conducted in stadiums.
Oh, shit.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, they stand to make a lot of fucking money.
A part of me still thinks that they want more out of this, but that sounds interesting. Like, no, really, they're trying to push gambling in every fucking every fucking stadium now. So, wow, okay, all right.
The league minimum is going to rise to $610,000.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I got issue. I got issue because I make minimum wage, so. Sure.
It said players with 1 year experience would earn a minimum of $585,000 in 2020 under the current deal and $675,000 under the proposed new one.
I guess that's a little bit better. Either way, they're gonna be paying for somebody's motherfucking dinner for how that shit go. Come on, man, they rookies.
Yeah. This whole new deal doesn't have anything to do with guaranteed contracts, so they're still trying to figure that one out and how that's going to implement with the new CBA deal. Franchise and transition tags did not get taken out, so they still exist. They didn't.
Yeah. So, I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah. The owners did not want to eliminate that apparently. So yeah.
I knew they weren't going to do that shit.
Which means that basically players won't be able to dip into free agency earlier than expected.
I knew it. I knew that shit, dog. I just knew it.
Players picked outside of the first round will be eligible for a new performance escalator based on Pro Bowl selections.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Second round picks are now eligible for proven performance escalators that used to apply only to players drafted in rounds 3 through 7.
Wait, run it back one more time.
Second round draft picks are now eligible for proven performance escalators that only applied previously to players that were drafted in rounds 3 through 7.
Because you got to talk about it in the second round, yeah.
Yeah, so now if you're in the second round, you might be able to get that performance kicker essentially. So, if a team exercises
first round. No, go ahead.
If a team exercises the 5th year option on its first round pick, that option is fully guaranteed. Currently, right now, a 5th year option is guaranteed for injury only at the time it's exercised and doesn't convert to a full guarantee until the start of the league year. So now with this new one, basically they're automatically fully guaranteed from jump.
Let's
see. Players will now be paid over 34 weeks or 36 weeks once the season expands to 17 games. Players currently now are only paid 17 weekly installments for the regular season. So that means basically they collect checks for 8 months instead of 4 months out of the year.
Wow. Okay.
There's also a new veteran salary benefit that allows teams to re-sign up to 2 of its own players per year and exclude as much as $1.25 million of each player's base salary from each year's salary cap. So I think the example they said was like, let's say you're a 4-year veteran on the Jets and they want to re-sign you. They can offer you a 1-year, $6.25 million deal, and only $5 million of it would count against their salary cap if they designate you as one of their VSB exceptions.
I see.
If you left, and now
Mm-hmm.
now if the same player left and say they signed with the Patriots for 1 year and $6.25 million, the Patriots would have to count all $6.25 million against their cap.
All right.
And they changed the drug policy. So the new CBA will eliminate suspensions for positive marijuana tests,
Hell yeah.
All right. Cool.
limiting the test period for the first 2 weeks of training camp, and raise the threshold for a positive test from 35 to 150 nanograms of THC.
Wait. Go back. Give me the number again.
35. It went from 35 to now it's 150 nanograms of THC. So basically, if you test positive, your test gets reviewed by a board to determine whether you need any kind of treatment.
That's not fair.
You say it's not fair?
Oh, that's not fair.
Sounds fair.
What you say? Well, I'm sorry. Who said it was fair?
No,
I think that
was what you said.
Yeah, that don't sound
DK was agreeing.
right. Yeah,
The policy.
that don't sound right. That don't sound right.
The policy on performance-enhancing drugs has changed. The first field test for any stimulants or diuretics will result in a 2-game suspension. A first field test for steroids will result in a 6-game suspension. And manipulation or substitution and use of prohibited substance will land players in 8-game suspension. A second violation for it will result in a 5-game suspension, and a second violation for anabolic steroids will result in a 17-game suspension.
Now let me get this shit straight. So, all right, so that's fair, fine. But anabolic steroids, I thought that would be like something, illegal. Just flat out no.
Nah, you get basically a whole ass goddamn season, and you're out.
Well, I'm fine with that. I guess. All right, cool.
DOI also carries a 3-game suspension now.
All right, cool. What about beating the shit out of your wife?
Don't know. Suspended players will now be permitted to be at the team facility during the second half of their suspension period.
All right, what about choking a hooker?
Nothing.
All right, cool.
Right.
What about, and this is a good one. This is a real good one. We don't like talking about this one. What about infidelity that leads to children getting separated?
Nothing, but the commissioner apparently will not be the judge, jury, and executioner on disciplining now.
Oh, thank God.
So basically, the new deal will include a neutral arbitration in discipline cases. So, yeah. I guess they're going to be neutral about it until they go through the whole process now. Instead of the commissioner saying, fuck it, suspend them. And it's like, God damn, really?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's going to be neutral, all right. I don't believe none of this.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Right.
Take
it with a grain of salt.
And, there will be a limit of 16 padded practices in camp and no more than 3 in a row. The previous limit was 28 and no restrictions on consecutive days except built-in days off. Apparently Aaron Rodgers was a bit pissy about that.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, look, I don't know about the players' comfort. I don't know on that one. So
a lot of people were feeling some sort of way like, why is Aaron Rodgers bitching? I'm like, he's a quarterback. I'm pretty sure he probably...
he won a Super Bowl, god dang it.
Exactly. So I'm like, I'm not going to sit there and really judge Aaron Rodgers. Clearly he knows something I don't. Apparently, what was it? RG3 and somebody else on Twitter were going back and forth about the CBA shit and stuff during the whole process and stuff. So, and lastly, so the expanded playoffs. All right. So each conference will have 7 playoff teams instead of 6, meaning 3 wildcard teams and a total of 6 playoff games on the first weekend of the postseason.
And that is fine.
So the 2019 first round would have been the Chiefs, Steelers, Patriot, Titans, and Texans, Bills in the AFC, Packers, Rams, Saints, Vikings, and Eagles, Seahawks in the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
And only one team in each conference would get a bye. So that ups the stakes a little bit.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Now that really lets people know that, hey, second place in each conference doesn't give you a home field advantage just as well, or that bye.
Yeah. Also, apparently, if you were on a bye, you didn't get paid. Under the new deal, you do get paid on your bye week. In the playoffs. If your team got a first round bye, actually no, yeah, if your team got a bye in the first round, you didn't get paid for that week at all. Now you do get paid. So,
All right.
division winners will get $42,500, while players on wildcard teams will get $37,500.
Well, all right,
And
cool.
players on the losing team in the Super Bowl will get $75,000, and if you're the championship, you get $150,000.
Woo.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
You know what? You think somebody was like, why they got 8 teams instead of 7? Well, that's the problem. See, when you get 7 teams, you still look at their records. The lowest, at least the lowest you'll get in the AFC, the lowest you will get is probably an 8-8 team. You know what I mean? A middle of the road team. When you add an 8th team, that's when it gets really, really wacky. Somebody's like 7-9. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus, now that they're doing since they're going to go forward with the 17 week, we're no longer going to get no 8 and 8s.
Well, I mean, the way with this new playoff thing and stuff, the Eagles would have been in.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, I know. And like I think a lot of
my bad. The Rams would have been in because the Rams were 8-8. My bad, I forgot. Yeah, the Rams missed it. The Rams would have basically been in, essentially.
But still, it's still fine. You still got teams who are playoff quality, even if they're 8-8. This is that when you add an 8th team in there, oh, that's shenanigans, huh?
That just means
that's straight up shenanigans.
That just means the Chiefs would have just fucking kicked the shit out of the Steelers opening weekend. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would have happened.
Yeah, I mean that's just.
They would have definitely kicked their teeth in.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Can you just imagine that Mason Rudolph? He's just throwing pick after pick after pick. It is just so unfair. This is the most boring game in the world. You don't want to see a 7-9 team or a team that's 8-8 that shouldn't be 8-8. That's the worst thing you need to have there, man. But at the same time, I think there are some 8-8 teams that fall in there that will be fine. We had 8-8 teams go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad thing. That's not necessarily a bad thing, though.
And lastly, if NFL, before we kind of go to the next thing, apparently the thing that's making waves in the DC area, Trent Williams is finally getting his wish. He's finally able to seek a trade with another team.
Oh, the Redskins try to finally let him go after giving him cancer. Sure.
You said giving him cancer.
I know they didn't give it to him, but still, I'm just saying.
They did, you know.
He ain't tell a nigga, man. God, man, why everything tastes like the color blue? And I'm always seeing 5 people at one time, man. I don't understand this shit.
You're all right, Trent. You're all right.
It's Illinois.
Slap him on the ass and tell him to go out there and play.
There you go, T.
Oh, yes.
Hell to the Redskins.
Also, speaking of trades,
I know you're mad at this.
The Panthers and the Chargers had a trade, so we traded our left tackle Russell Okung to the Panthers, and we got Trey Turner in just an O-line exchange. I'm like, what? But I get it. You try and beef up the O-line. Now I'm like, oh, now you want to beef up the O-line once Rivers is gone.
Well, you know how it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You expected. All right, I got a good question, though. Now, y'all heard about Cam staying in Carolina, though, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, that's interesting to me. Now, y'all already know me. I told y'all that I thought he should go to the Bears. Hell, the Chargers themselves. There was a couple of teams that fucking needed him. You know what I mean? Fuck, I would have loved to see the Steelers go for that motherfucker, man. But nah, he stayed with Carolina. So, question is this.
Mm-hmm.
Is Cam going to be? Is this going to be the old Cam where it's 1,000? He's giving 1,000%, or is he going to be still acting like he's kind of hurt?
Depends on if he still has that bone issue in his foot.
Yeah,
that's important. Because ain't that on his pivot foot too, man?
I think it is.
Yeah, he's saying that was the reason why he didn't play last season is because apparently there's some bone chips in his foot, and he's trying to figure out the best way for surgery for that. And I'm like, it depends on them how that's going to go. I mean, so
Definitely, bro.
Oh, guess who also got the come up of a lifetime monetarily? Fucking Tony Romo. This guy's getting $17 million a year.
$17 million a year.
$17 million
I
a year.
stand by saying it. I don't give a fuck what our fucking record said. I told this to everybody when he was our quarterback. He was one of the smartest quarterbacks, period.
Oh, CBS
I have
was
never
like,
seen
give
nobody
that
deduce
motherfucker the bag.
defense.
Give
I
him
ain't
the
never seen
bag.
now real talk. I take my fucking lumps. I never seen this nigga can deduce a whole fucking defense the way he did, blah blah blah, and all the rest of that shit, right? Hey D, so why do you throw picks? Okay. This is my last time defending Romo. You know why he threw picks? Because niggas don't know how to run routes. And real talk, really, Tony, you knew you couldn't make it.
You thought he could thread the needle that one time, D. You know how it goes.
Man, look. No, look. And if you look at all the ones where he thread the needle, I will say this. I will give Tony this. At least about 40% of them, I would did the same thing.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna fake. Some of them is like, yeah, I would have done the same thing. I can make it. Either somebody ran too slow, somebody ran too fast, or B, that's Brian Dawkins got your fucking number.
But now to be outdone, though, apparently ESPN want to pair Al Michaels with Peyton Manning for football.
Now, I got a question. How awesome would that... Wait a minute, I'm sorry. ESPN?
Yeah, ESPN, they would like to pair Al Michaels with Peyton Manning for the football games.
Wait a minute, so Al Michaels left NBC?
Apparently.
What?
Sounds like it.
Mm-hmm.
If they're trying to get Peyton Manning. I would like to hear Peyton Manning in the booth. I wonder how good he is.
Rumors of Denzel's boy, Phillip Rivers, trying to be on commentating too, apparently.
I think Phillip would be good, but at the same time, I think Phillip still wants to play football.
I know.
Oh, absolutely.
I know. But part of me
I don't
feels...
think he's ready to leave yet.
Part of me feels if ESPN gave him a bag, he'd be like, fuck this football. I commentate. I got kids to feed.
I doubt that. I think he still wants to play. I don't think he's ready to sit down yet. You know what I mean?
Well, at least he has an option, because if ESPN is trying to port him, at least he has an option. You know, if he does.
I think he'd be all right. But here's the thing: we say who's going to be all right and all that. Like when everybody heard Tony Romo got a job, we like, yeah, he talks. He's a talker. like yeah, he be talking. Next thing you know, all right, then look at this play. There's going to be 5 on this side, and they're going to rush to the other side. Now make sure when you see him flip around, he's going to go for a slant. When he gets that slant, he's going to be wide open. Play goes. Fuck out of here, man.
Like a Scott Butt looking at him like, son of a bitch.
Boy, I didn't know that. If you would have told me when we started Tony Romo that first game, Chris, if you would have told me you see him, he's going to take John Madden's place as that voice that knows everything in football. Bullshit. I would have told you bullshit 1,000 times.
I'm sorry.
Tony Romo is incredibly entertaining, incredibly smart. I love that motherfucker, man. He's still my favorite quarterback of the Cowboys, bro.
I still need my dream commentating of him and Aikman. I just need that to happen. Before I die, I need that. Before I die, I need that. I really need that.
I can't wait for that shade. I can't wait for that shit, that back and forth shade.
It's like, oh man, concussions. Am I right there, Aikman?
Super Bowls. That's going to be every joke. That will be every fucking joke with them.
Both of them would be throwing so much jabs at each other in the most like the white guy humor. Like, I hate that nigga, but I'm gonna comment.
So, before we get into our main event, which is us talking about Major League, I got one good question. After seeing all the shit that's been going on in the motherfucking MLB and everybody talking about how the Astros are about to get theirs, how great is it to see these motherfuckers get beamed all through fucking spring training?
It's fucking hilarious, because it's like, it's one thing when it happens once or twice. It's like, all right, whatever, that's baseball, right? It's another when it's like, oh, these teams are purposely doing this shit.
Oh,
Man,
no.
y'all making this shit obvious. Like, goddamn.
Oh man, if I was on the hill and the first person I heard is like Carlos Beltran, you better walk. It's like this. You better tell that nigga to walk right now, because I'm throwing it right at his fucking head.
I think the Nationals were the only team that didn't beat an Astros player during their game and stuff. I think. I'm trying to remember.
I don't know because if I was motherfucking, because trust me, man, if I was motherfucking Patrick Corbin, I would have decked one of them niggas dead in the fucking knee.
Right? Yo, I saw that video on ESPN. It was like ESPN or something was talking about. It was like all the shots that the Astros been getting during spring training. I was like, golly.
Dude, when old boy got hit in the back, I was like, oh, that was on purpose. That motherfucker was aiming for that dude's back. It wasn't even like,
oh yeah.
But it's something. It's something when you hear a whole lot of players saying like, no, that's some cheating bullshit. Mike Trout, nice dude. Fuck him. like they fucked up the game, man. Like everybody is mad. The only nigga ain't mad is fucking Big Papi. I don't know why. Out of all the people, here come David Ortiz. Like, we blaming everybody else. You need to blame. So who the snitch though? Who is the snitch? They're like, yo, are you blaming the snitch, nigga?
Yo, I feel bad for the innocent bystander Houston Astro players that weren't even part of that shit and they just joined the team and they get beamed.
Look, I guarantee you, all those Bamas that the young dudes that got drafted and the Bamas that are in AAA, they're not getting hit. They're not getting hit. No, any starter on that 2017 team is going to be feeling that fucking fury. I'm throwing a 4-seam right at their motherfucking shoulder. I ain't playing with you.
What was the speed of that ball again?
You getting that Terminator in the back of your head.
Fucking 95 mile per hour ball to your fucking femur. Just bam. Ah, shit.
I ain't playing, man. Like, oh, that's a cutter to your motherfucking hip, nigga. I ain't playing.
Hey, and look, they doing that shit because they know they ain't gonna rush the mound if they do the shit either. That's
what you gonna do, bitch. Now you just gonna look like a cheetah.
You see that shit?
Look like a cheetah coming up here.
You see that shit? You trying to take a swing at me, the fucking cheater?
No. You be like this. Look, they trying to rush it like, hey, why you trying to rush me, man? Hey, Joe, ain't that mic underneath you? Yo, fuck you, man. I'm serious. Real talk. The second any of them niggas come up to the mound, and they come up to the motherfucking base, me being the catcher, it'll be like, second I see that, hey, what's up, nigga? Man, fuck you.
Oh, man.
I spit dead. Look, I spit dead on they shoot. Yeah, we be fighting, nigga. Why? Because that's some cheating bullshit. You can't even be slick about your cheat. Look, if there's some slick cheating is fine in baseball. I figured that out. You know what I mean?
Oh,
that slick shit in baseball, that's always going to be there. But that was electronics, my nigga. That was a camera, my nigga. That is some bullshit, bro.
Speaking of which, RIP to the nightclub in the Marlins Park. It's gone. It's done.
What happened?
I think it looks like it's a cost-cutting measure because that club apparently, I didn't even know this. This shit had a swimming pool, had fucking damn dancers and DJs. I was like, god damn, in a fucking baseball park? Are you kidding me?
Ain't this the one? Ain't Marlins Park? Ain't that ran by Derek Jeter and them and all them?
Yeah.
Bruh, that's unnecessary. That's the most Miami thing in the world, though, man.
Like, we're gonna have these fucking bitches dancing during this game.
Yeah, man. The Marlins is, hey, yo, baby, what's up? Let's go to the Marlins game. They're going to be losing 1-6.
Can you imagine you telling your wife?
The club going to be playing.
Tell your wife we're going to the Marlins game and she think you just go to a baseball game. Meanwhile, you just making it rain inside the fucking Marlins Park club.
Niggas dressed for the club. Y'all gonna watch the game? Nah, we don't need to watch the game.
Right? But the Marlins are winning. It's 6-1. It's crazy, right?
Hey, man, the Marlins are up, man. They up 3-4, man. They up 3-4. What inning is it? Third inning? Nah. I don't believe them.
God.
Third inning. It's third inning, dog. Nah.
I was just mad. I'm just laughing that was a thing. I was like, wow, yeah, the actual club at the goddamn park. Ain't that a trip? Oh,
Hey.
man.
But anyway, Major League 2. We did Major League 1. It was me and Chris. We talked about that. This is real talk, Chris. It is a classic.
Yeah.
Major
Yeah.
League is that first movie is a classic. Now, Major League 2 had to suffer what every sequel suffered. Every sequel had to suffer in the 90s. The critics automatically saying it's bullshit. And everybody just threw it away off the break. This movie is really not that bad. It's really not that
I'm just
bad.
laughing at the fact that they just swapped out fucking Wesley Snipes with
Wesley
Omar
Snipes
Epps
for
like
Omar
that.
Epps.
Like nobody was gonna fucking notice.
Like white people don't know. Like white people won't notice.
Oh,
But here's the thing. I can't say. Look, here's the thing. It's a funny thing. I can believe Willie Mays Hayes actually being more Omar than motherfucking Wesley Snipes.
this is true.
It would make more sense with Omar than Wesley Snipes.
And also this is like around the time Omar was like getting his foot wet in Hollywood anyway. So
Mhm.
yeah, it made perfect sense and stuff. But
Yeah, man. But you really look at it. Omar has a really big resume of shit he's done, man.
and I'm laughing.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
And I
laughing-
can admit it. He's a good actor too.
I'm laughing too how D called me out in the group chat that I'm the Randy Quaid character. And I'm like, he's right. I am.
Nah. Here's the funny thing. Denzel, if I would
Yeah.
do this movie, Denzel would play Randy Quaid. I would have Denzel do Randy Quaid's part. I don't know why. I think you would nail it, Denzel. I have no idea why. Especially at the end where Wild Thing comes on.
Oh man, he lost his fucking mind. Like Wild Thing. Oh my god.
Why I gotta be Randy Quaid?
Because I think you would do that. Yeah.
Let's Wild Thing.
Yeah. You stink, Vaughn!
I feel that's Denzel already with the with the Diamond Dogs. Fucking Spanos. God damn it.
Yeah, that's just with me and Spanos. That's just me and Spanos.
It's like Spanos. could
Wait,
give
hold
me-
on, wait, DK, are you asleep?
I think so.
Is this dude snoring on me?
I don't know.
All I hear is like random snoring on his
Oh my god, Jesus.
Don't tell me he fell asleep.
I
It's
think-
always fun when somebody falls asleep.
Well, I mean, it's not nothing. I remember D had fell asleep during Jackie Chan Adventures right when we were about to end the episode, so it was like right on time.
Oh my god. But anyway.
But yeah, it does suffer the sequel-itis of like, all right, how do we top the first movie? I guess we have them do the same thing where the owners decides to sabotage them again.
And you know what? Here's the thing. Look, let me be real. Yeah, that's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
That is something I will not defend in this movie. It does deal with that little sequelitis when you have no. So what's the next story going to be? The World Series? No. What's the story going to be? Oh, Vaughn is famous now. He has a little thing. Yeah. That's nice. What's the rest of the story? What's the drama for them to make it to the World Series?
I mean, the only drama is basically like everybody is full of themselves after they have one good winning season after they beat the Yankees, which, I mean, let's be real.
Remember, they made it to the American League.
Yeah, and the White Sox.
They made it to championship, but they lost it in championship. They didn't make it to the World Series. So that's fine. That's fine enough. You know what I mean? You didn't need this team to win everything. You just had to have them overcome their fucking they overcome their past. So in this one, I think in this one you had an adversary who used to be on their team and immediately got traded to their rival, which made no sense to me.
I mean, that
Why
was
would
like
they
happenstance.
to the same fucking division? Why would you trade them to the same divisional rival?
This makes zero sense.
If you said you traded them to the Orioles, okay, that makes sense. They're in the American League. But no, in the division, that's some bad GMing. I forgot. Corbin Benson was a fucking GM and he's a fucking idiot. I forgot. Never mind. That makes sense. Never mind.
That's on brand with Roger Dorn. That's what he does. He does.
Yeah, Dorn's an idiot, man. And I like how they did not use this motherfucker until the last game.
It's like, Dorn, what you doing? All right.
just for Dorn to go out there and catch the motherfucking Houston Astros special. That's the only reason why. My thing is this motherfucker stepped into the motherfucking line of fire to get hit by the ball. I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here. But that was funny as hell. And then he wanted to stay on the field and told him, no, get off the fucking field.
I'm laughing. You know
This
what?
nigga is asleep. This nigga is asleep. Ah, man. All right, there we go.
Yeah, you know what's funny?
Love you, DK. I love you, brother. Anyway.
You know what's funny? I laugh at the fact that we still never got any sort of like resolution to what they did in the fucking damn World Series because like the third movie I'm jumping
I
ahead.
tell you exactly what happened. They went into the World Series and immediately got swept by the motherfucking Atlanta Braves. They got swept by the Braves. Yo, Greg Maddux threw a record 25 strikeouts in Game 4.
All I know is I remember the third one basically being, oh, we're in the minor leagues now. And
Yeah, now that one we still might do. I'm not even bullshitting.
Yeah.
I'm not even bullshitting that. But anyway, let's talk about other parts of this movie that we like, man.
Rene Russo.
For that 1 second.
Yeah, for that half second, I'm like, oh, Rene Russo's in here, and she's gone. Jay Leno doing his obligatory, hey, guys, I'm a famous actor in the 90s. Yay.
Look at my chin. Here comes the Crimson Chin. Sorry.
I swear, man. Jay Leno always did cameos in every movie. It was this, Naked Gun, and I'm like, what is... all right, Jay.
He did a lot of that in the 90s. He really did.
Oh, my
He
God.
really did. I give it that. I give it that. He really
the obligatory Asian baseball player, because that 90s, I forgot in the 90s, there was this thing, because it was this and Mr. Baseball in like the late 80s, where they were really like, hey, Asian people, they love baseball.
Yeah, and what they realized was that the Japanese were not only pretty damn good in baseball, but they had a few stars in America. And this was right before the bubble. This was right after the bubble burst. That's when they did Mr. Baseball and all the rest of that shit. But Japanese players were really flexing during that time, especially in the 90s. And, then we got Ichiro Suzuki. Suzuki, oh my, that nigga's a fucking beast. He's the best, greatest hitter of all time. That dude's amazing. So, yeah, you have really good Japanese players, man. So it was believable that he got somebody from the Giants, the Tokyo Giants. I think it was the Tokyo Giants.
Yeah, it was the Tokyo Giants and the Kamikaze.
Takaki Ishibashi, man. That guy, man.
Also, can we talk about how Harry went on a straight-on drinking binge the entire movie? I'm pretty sure he was legit drunk during the movie.
You want to know the truth? Tom Bergeron, he was plastered that whole movie. You could tell. He was actually plastered.
Tom Berenger looks like
is a beast, man.
Tom Berenger looks like he takes a couple of drinks before he gets on set.
Yeah, he really does. But yo, he's a good actor. I love him, man. But yo, in this movie, real talk, they really didn't really flex. Yeah, of course, a better movie would have done it. But they really didn't flex how good of an actual manager he was.
Yeah, they kind of played up. They played up more of like he's the old guy dealing with injuries to his knees, because if you're an old person, your knees goes out first, obviously. So
you know what? It was one of the real genuine moments they had in the movie where he was like, yeah, I'm retiring. I'm not going back to this. He went, he talked to Renee. And he told him what he can do. He might do this. He might do that. She's like, well, I think there's only one thing you can do. He's like, yeah, you're right. And next thing you know, he knocks on his door. He was like, he didn't say nothing. And coach just sat there and said, I'll tell the boys that I beg to tell you to stay. I was like, that is a genuine, I love that, man. There are good moments in this movie where there is like, I can say that's fucking baseball.
One of the really important things about him showcasing the skills was what he did for fucking Rube when he couldn't throw to the mound.
The Playboy. Oh, by the way, how was your cat nap, DK?
Yeah, Sleep Beauty, how you doing, bro?
Yo, I had like before. I had like a bowl of fucking blue cheese, bro. That strain is. Oh god.
We at Working Title Sports Show do not condone marijuana smoking, so please don't arrest us.
I'm sorry, what? Nigga that smoking right now. I'm sorry, what? Anyway.
Hey, smoke weed every day, Nate Dogg.
Me on my ass, bro.
anyway. But yeah, man, how you doing the play? I hate his character though, man. I'm the dummy. You know, I'm a country boy. I never played. You know, I'm not as smart as you guys.
And then he was like a parallel for the motherfucker. He was a parallel for the motherfucking super fan out in the fucking crowd because this motherfucker can't get a single saying right to save his goddamn life. One nigga was like the fat lady. The old boy was like the fat lady has left the building, and then I was like, oh god. And then the other one was like, oh, the curtain is down. The fat lady hasn't sung yet. I was like, what the fuck did you just say?
Man, you know what's funny? You know what's funny to me? Fucking Wild, when Wild Thing came back, I like how they tried to make the big spectacle where the chick was like, "Oh my God, he's coming back! Put the music on! Put the music on!" And I'm like, okay. That was funny.
She didn't even put the music on.
Hey, yo, nigga, real talk.
She ran across and did that shit herself.
Whoever that's what I'm saying. She told Jerry to crank it, but then she's running to the machine to put it in.
I was like, let him do his job.
Yo, I gotta be I'm going with some real shit. That's some baseball shit too.
It is.
That is some big dick baseball shit right there. You come out there, they blaring your song, and you about to close the fucking game. That is some baseball shit.
Yes, it is.
And then the fact, I love that scene too, because nah, man, I want Parker. Nah, I'm walking him. He's like, all right, you got it, baby. Now, here's the shit that killed me, though. This motherfucker throws 3 straight-up fastballs right across the plate. I'm like, yo, that's some bold-ass shit. You didn't throw...
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see what happens.
I mean, only in the movie... Yo, no, for real. Real talk. Now, if you seen that in real life, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's some big dick shit, ain't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
I'm throwing it square across the plate each time. Catch it, bitch.
And then he defied him to fucking hit that shit. He was like, if you hit this shit, I'll let you name it.
Oh,
man.
I laughed at, and also fucking Parkman literally like Hayes is looking at him like, man, you might as well say there was some diet racism. Like, man, you Negroes ain't gonna jump over me. All right.
He's like, letting you know I ain't diving.
It's like, I ain't diving. I'm gonna jump over you. All right, bet.
Now I will say this. Now it fit the character for Omar Epps to be doing some physical shit like that. But if Wesley did it, it would have been way cooler. I will admit that.
Omar did say. I remember he did say he had to work out. He did have to work out for this movie, so that made sense.
Here's my thing though. Like, how the fuck this nigga can't do his own stunts, but he can dive over a nigga in a baseball game?
I'm just saying. But at the same time, no, nigga, I ain't doing stunts, nigga. I'm a fucking athlete. I'm gonna twist my nigga. I live for baseball. I don't live for doing these B-rated Jesse Ventura movie.
Black Hammer.
Now here's the thing. I don't think that would have looked cooler with Wesley Snipes. I don't know. Maybe, probably. I'm surprised.
I'll say this though. When he was like that, when Omar was like, "That's Mr. Peckerwood, Peckerhead to you." I'm pretty sure if Wesley would have said that, that would have been a little bit more cooler. when Parkman was like, "Yeah, you got lucky, Peckerhead," and that's Mr. Peckerhead to you.
Bro, I laugh at Pedro though, man, when they fucking dangled the fucking big balls and stuff for him to fucking.
Oh, the marbles.
The marbles. It's like, oh, you guys, and hits the home run, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm fine with that.
He's like, that was a beautiful pitch, boom, but not as beautiful as that.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Yo, Serrano's just so fucking fun, man, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
he's just so fun, man.
Yeah, dude, like And then when the Japanese dude told him was like, "You ain't got no marbles," and he was like, "Huh? Wait, huevos?" And he turned around and hit the sour face with the hang lows.
Oh yeah, and then then after he goes up after homeboy said it to him, and the catcher was like, "Hey Serrano, shut up."
Yo, there's that part to me was baseball also. Right, like Serrano wants to go hit. Like, all right, go ahead, man, go hit. He got there, like you say, he said, "Shut up." That motherfucker belted that shit right off the ground. I'm like, damn. I'm like, that's some good baseball shit right there, nigga.
You know what had me rolling though was the fact that it was like earlier in the movie. There, I think it might have been like early in the season. And the team started fighting, and Randy Quaid is all like, "What are you guys fighting for?" He tried to run down there and fight.
Oh, yeah.
No, when they punched the shit out the mascot, that shit blew me.
Dude, how the hell you just right hook the fuck out of your own goddamn mascot, man? That is just... And that's on top of old boy in the fucking damn booth doing play-by-play commentating of the damn fight. Fucking,
Oh, yeah.
Bob Urker. Bobby
Yeah.
Urker.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, they finally shown some life and are beating the crap out of each other. I was like, oh, shit.
Everybody
The whole time I was thinking, damn, can you imagine listening to this shit on the radio?
It's like there's a fight broke out. All right, cool.
Amongst the team, wait.
God, man. I'm sorry. Black Hammer and White Lightning had to be the funniest shit ever. I'm like, wow. Wow. Who knew that years later we would get that
Jesse
with
Ventura. The second I heard Jesse Ventura, I was like, holy shit. Like, I didn't remember that part, yeah.
who
Look,
knew we would get that
when
in
I
real
saw
life?
Black Hammer and then I saw fucking Omar Epps with that fucking gun sweeping that shit left and right like he was in the middle of a fucking Call of Duty game, I was like, damn, it's like 20 years too early for this joke, but
And now you know what we need to say, go for real? There's something we need to recognize, though. Omar Epps is now in do-rag history.
Yeah.
yeah.
Who knew that somebody in Hollywood took the idea of the Black Hammer White Lightning and made it into Half Past Dead?
Wait a minute, what?
I didn't even think about
Oh,
it.
damn, yeah.
I mean, let's be real, it is the same. It's like,
Actually, if we're gonna be perfectly honest, they did that shit for every fucking they did that shit for every fucking movie that DMX and Jet Li was in.
I'm just saying, Jesse Ventura with a do-rag, I never knew I needed that, and I got it. So, you know.
You know what? Look. Jesse Ventura been rocking do-rags since all the way back in the 70s, my nigga. Let's just keep it real. Back in the NWA, when he was flexing as hard as motherfucking Dusty Rhodes back then, nigga, that motherfucker had do-rags, nigga. For real.
That was when Jesse knew that his hairline was about to fucking be gone, so he had to wear that do-rag to cover that shit up. That's what happened.
I mean, to be fair, Hogan did the same fucking thing.
I know, right?
And it still does the same thing.
Hogan was like, yo, let me save us a little bit of hair. And we was just like, no, bro, ain't
Keep
nothing
that
there.
side hair. It's still there, but that hair on top, nah, man. We're going to put that American flag do-rag on that shit. Done.
He trying to get, how the fuck you trying to get waves on your side, like just on the sides, like
On the side, though, you know what I mean?
Oh, man. Somebody, you know what? It was funny. I was looking at a couple of clips on YouTube of Major League 2 and stuff. Somebody in the comments said that Randy Quaid's character is pretty much the fan base of the New York Mets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's keep it 100. That's also the fan base of the fucking Indians, if you want to keep it really real.
Yeah.
that
Like
part was
that.
pretty open.
What you say?
That part was pretty open.
I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah.
Absolutely. But you know what? Here's the thing. And DK, I hope you are in town in August, bruh, because I'm trying to get all of us to go out to Camden Yards to see the Nationals versus the motherfucking Orioles, man. We all got to go out to that thing, man. We all
I
have.
live here.
Because you know why? Ain't nobody gonna fucking be there. Well,
Well,
actually,
first off, that's a goddamn lie because unlike
that's going to be packed. That's actually going to be a packed game because it's a DC Baltimore game, so that's going to be kind of packed.
like here's
So
the thing.
that's
You know what's funny? I mean, we are in the.
No, you know what we should do, Chris? Here's what we should do. Orioles versus the Royals. Nobody going to be there. We need to go there.
Except for the Oriole faithfuls. You know what's funny? We
all 17 of them, nigga. All 17 of them, my nigga. Nobody going to Orioles game.
I mean, gotta be real. It's
I'm
like
surprised Kansas City still has a fucking fan base. Like, I swear I thought Tech Nine was the only nigga that watched these niggas.
I know, right?
I mean, can I be real? Can I be real for a second here? I feel like we talk about all these teams that have like empty baseball stadiums and stuff, and yet I feel the Baltimore Orioles, they somehow don't fall prey to like, man, we're really losing money because they somehow find a way to get people to watch those games and go to those games.
You know why? Because niggas have on their fucking season tickets, it just says, remember Cal Ripken.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're 100% right.
Here's the thing: the empty seats, the tragedy that's actually been going up there because they haven't been selling seats for the last like 4 or 5 seasons though. There's a lot going on with ownership and all the rest of that shit. And just to be real, I don't know enough to really talk about it. And
I just know that they're in rebuilding phase right now, and
look, y'all been in a rebuilding phase for a while here, but this is going to be a problem because y'all still got Chris Davis, and y'all got to get that motherfucker off y'all motherfucking table. But you can't. Y'all owe that motherfucker another $100 million for some goddamn reason. Anyway,
yeah, you're right.
But here's the thing. It's look, we need to go when nobody's there, just so you and me can be assholes. Just so we can be assholes. That's the only reason why
I'm the Oriole fan. This is like, go Orioles, and then it's like, for some reason, it's like,
why are you a Nats fan here? Because he's a lonely person like you, Baltimore fan.
And also, they're the only fan base filling the stadium up, so you got to deal with it. This is just how it is.
Now, I will tell you this, Chris. I will tell you this, Chris. To be festive, and I have no problem with doing this with baseball teams and NBA teams, I will buy an Orioles hat and be festive with you. If the motherfucking Nationals not there, if the Nationals are there, you better be goddamn ready. No, I'm going to have a fucking cape. I don't know where I'm going to get it, but I'm going to have it, bitch.
You know what's weird? It's weird. But Orioles and Nationals have a fan base. They're rivals. But it's not as like, there's no ew, you're an Orioles fan kind of thing. It's just like, oh, you're an Orioles fan. It's like, whatever.
Hey, nigga, we just won a World Series. Not yet.
It was the only time that happened. The only time that happened, again, was that one year where both teams were in the playoffs and we thought we were going to get that dreaded World Series Metro Series.
Yo, Chris.
That was the only time.
Much like how I started this podcast off. Yo, nigga, back in high school, nigga, that was high school. Stop.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only time.
So don't bring up that little one thing that could have, should have, never did fucking happen.
That was 6 years
like I
ago.
said, we won a world. Look. What I'm trying to say is that we won a World Series, and you said, "Well, I hope it won't be no Orioles fan." Seriously, knock on wood.
Hey, look, Orioles.
Know there's going to be a bunch of white people from fucking Northwest. Ew, Orioles?
It's like, bitch, you did not. No, yeah, the same white people that didn't want to live in D.C. until it got gentrified. Yeah, those fucking white people. Them motherfuckers.
Yeah, those white people.
Northern Virginia motherfuckers that don't even... Northern Virginia don't even got no goddamn sports team and shit. And they got the audacity to be like, I'm a Nationals fan. Fuck you.
You have no loyalty to no one. Just like what Dan Snyder gives you.
You're Northern Virginia. The only teams you got is GW and
just
GW and George Mason. That's it.
But look. All right. So speaking of bad owners, why did they give the ownership back to the lady again? Like they sold it back to her because
he didn't have enough money to operate throughout the rest of the season.
They had to kind of grovel to her, and she got the ownership because of it.
You know what, Chris? Yeah. Say what you will about Goldberg coming back. See, Goldberg, I get it. He sells tickets. But here's the thing. Why would you then bring back, I don't know, Blue Meanie? Why? We don't need him.
Nostalgia.
No, D, do it right. Why would you bring back Gangrel?
Yeah, why would you beanbag?
Yeah.
He can't even wrestle.
Because we
Why
want
would
to,
you even do that?
because people, we want to see Gangrel and the blood hit on a random person. That's why. That's why.
Yo, I'm
Nigga, you
sitting
can
there
find
like,
Grenadine
I'm sitting there
anywhere.
with- You look, bro. I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, so she's back and she's gonna still sell the team. Oh,
This
God.
is what
Now
you
I know
said
why
about rehab. This is what you said about
Hey,
rehashing
Chris,
plots, though.
Hey, Chris, and that's when it hits D. Oh, now I know why critics don't like this movie.
Again, rehash
Oh,
plot, because you remember the first movie, they were doing that
was this
thing
the
where,
exact thing?
yeah, because the first
That
movie, it was
was
like,
all-
we got to have a winning season and we'll strip off this damn cardboard cutout of her and we'll see tits and shit. And it's like, this time it's like, this time it was like every time they win games, it just annoyed her and stuff, even to the point that when they got into that game against the fucking Chicago White Sox, they're playing Wild Thing songs. She's like, oh my God, Wild Thing. And she just plugs her ears like, fuck this guy. Ugh. You know, and so...
And then on top of that, the bitch had the nerve to fucking walk in there and like
Try to
shake
be
the
all
whole
nicey
team
nice.
up.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yo, I love that shit at the end with Vaughn, where the people like, hey, we're from General Cereal. We want to assign you right now. You know what, sir? No, I don't want to. Thank you. I saw that. Here's me. Storyline resolved.
He's like, listen, I'm sure you guys make a great product, but I don't even wake up in time to have breakfast.
But it did.
I do too much blow.
I fuck a lot.
Oh, here's a side note though, since we talk about the Orioles. So, Oriole Park Camden Yards replaced the Milwaukee County Stadium as a stand-in for the home team.
I noticed that.
And
that.
I'm mad I didn't catch that and stuff, because I was like, oh,
I noticed
shit.
it, but I didn't. I kept on looking at it like a couple times. I'm like, that's Camden Yards.
Yeah, because the funny part is that somebody was like, yeah, there's a Sheraton sign in a harbor right in the stadium that you can see, and it's like, oh, that's Baltimore. Of course it's Baltimore.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, man. I didn't really like. I was thinking to myself, well, maybe it's just one of those things where you do that, and then maybe that's just like bad, this kind of lazy shooting. I don't know, man. You know what I mean? I can't say.
Yeah.
I really didn't notice, to be honest. I mean, it's really, unless I don't know, man. It's just noticeable.
You know what's weird? This is the same guy. He did the first Major League, right?
Uh-huh.
He did the Program, which is a very serious movie. So that's like, that's weird. You have a bunch of comedies, and then boom, you're doing the Program. I'm like, that's a bit too.
I mean, to be fair, and this goes because I tried to watch the shit last night. Tyler Perry did all those Madea plays, and then boom, A Fall from Grace. Like, yo, I tried to watch A Fall from Grace the other night. This lady jumped out of the fucking window within like the first 30 seconds.
Second floor.
Because somebody, second floor, because somebody shined a helicopter light on her. He was like, no, get that helicopter out of here. She jumped. And then the credits, A Fall from Grace. I was like, was that Grace? What the fuck?
You didn't see Ash. You didn't get to the part where he said ashtray bitch. I mean, just saying. Best line ever.
How dare you think that I was going to be able to power my way through the movie after laughing at that bullshit?
Hey, look. Here's the thing you have to understand, man. You say, and then boom, Fall from Grace? No, with Tyler Perry, it was a gradual climb to this shit. It started with Temptation. No, it actually started with a good movie, which was Why Did I Get Married? It started with that. Then it evolved into, I wonder how wacky I can make it. Then that's when he had Megatron kill motherfucking Malik Yoba and Why Did I Get Married Too? And then he said, what if I can make my serious movies more funny? Then Temptation came out. Then Acrimony came out. And now Fall from Grace, which is comedy goddamn gold. And you know the best part about it is?
You know what's funny though? Like, the funny part is I was like, oh, Tyler Perry's going to go on acting himself. And then Star Trek came out. And I was like, oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. And then they gave this motherfucker Alex Cross. And I was like, get the fuck out of here.
I don't buy you, sir, as an action star. In fact,
I don't remember. Look, I don't remember none of that movie. Chris, I feel like if I watch that movie again, I'm just hurting myself.
All I know is it was Tyler
That
Perry.
is
All I know is it was
and I
Tyler.
would be forced to call the police to do it well.
It was Tyler Perry versus Racer X. That's all you really need to know, honestly.
And then after that, they tried to make him Baxter for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hey, best role ever.
He was all right as Baxter.
That last.
Look, you want me to be really, really fair? And Turtles 2 was kind of underappreciated.
Yeah, it really was.
Just a little bit. Like, I understand we didn't like the Michael Bay ones, guys. I get it. I
like the second one more than the first. That's just me.
But yeah, the second one is really actually not that bad. It's actually really funny.
It wasn't bad. The first one I actually enjoyed, especially fucking MC Mikey. Like that shit.
That's the best thing in the world.
All I know is the second one, they took the piss out of fucking Green Arrow. Like, yo, what the fuck is this dude doing in this movie? I'm like, damn, guys, like that's what y'all keyed in on this movie? Him? Like, Jesus.
Nigga,
y'all keyed in on him. It was like, Jesus Christ.
That motherfucker did a 450 splash through a table.
I'm just saying. Respect this gangster.
Oh man, dog. You know what's funny? You have to imagine you're Emilio Estevez. You made D2 Mighty Ducks. Everybody loves it and stuff. Then your brother comes out with Major League 2, which isn't that great, and it beats your fucking movie. I know that had to be a very silent moment at the table, at the family table.
Oh, I was gonna say that was one dinner.
Yo, till fucking Mighty Ducks 3 came out, and he was like, ha!
So, how's it going there, Emilio? My movie's #1 this weekend. Go fuck yourself, Charlie.
Nah, I feel like at that table they argue in Spanish.
Bruh.
Yeah. How wild is that? Fluent Spanish Charlie Sheen. How fucking wild is that?
Martin Sheen sitting back with a disapproving stare like, oh, God damn it. God damn it.
Like, you know why? Because this is Martin. Like, I told you to have them to talk in English. Martin, we are Spanish. We are not. We are not.
Yeah, you know what? That blew my mind as a kid when I found out that was their really legit last name, and I was like, they don't look Spanish. And I remember my dad had to sit me down. And was like, well, son, like Spanish people aren't what you think they are. Like there are different Spanish people. I'm like, oh, okay.
You was expecting like all Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, kind of like that. That was my thinking of like. Really?
Like everybody, like every Spanish man sounded like Antonio Banderas, and every Spanish woman sounded like Salma Hayek.
Pretty much. I mean, if you look at me as a kid,
I have to admit, Chris, you are right, because that was kind of that opening for me, because my dad was like, yeah, son, if you really want to know the truth, Spanish people, real Spanish people, what you call Spaniards, they're white people. That blew my mind.
The deception.
Deceit.
That blew my fucking mind.
Imagine you're a kid, you seeing Desperados, like, man, these Spanish people are awesome, and then all of a sudden, yeah, Emilio Estevez, he's Spanish. No, he's not.
Let me tell you something. You know who Spanish people really are? They're white people. They are white people with the last name Garcia, Gutierrez, Jimenez, or Romero. They'll all, you be like, wait a minute, Butcher, white. I know, nigga.
Which means when you go back and play Art of Fighting and Robert Garcia, and I was like, son of a bitch. Of course he's Spanish.
Fucker. Yo, no, seriously, nigga. That was 7-year-old D. Like,
how dare you go back and play Art of Fighting?
I like Art of Fighting because Art of Fighting was a fun game.
I know, right? All right, look. I can't believe we got off the fucking subject so fucking much.
Oh, no, look. All I'm saying is this. I as much as I like Major League 2, there were certain things I had to remember about it and stuff. I was like, oh, that's right, Black Hammer and White Lightning. That was a thing. And just, again, Tom Berenger's face at the end of it was like, okay, what the fuck did I just watch?
I think the whole... but here's the thing that killed me, though. I was like, they have... The whole thing with Charlie was that he lost his way.
Well, yeah, he got famous.
He got the fame get to his head.
I mean, it ain't quite, my name is Willie Beeman. It ain't quite that, though. So, Willie Beamen was the greatest. Was the greatest go right to my head bullshit ever in a sports
I am
movie.
shocked that somebody did not try to do a sequel to Any Given Sunday. I'm shocked. Quite shocked.
Oh my god, man! It'll be so depressing. I mean, like really depressing if they do
Like,
it.
what
Yeah,
you gonna do? Lawrence Taylor finally succumbed to his steroid use? Like, what the fuck?
Wow. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. DK.
But am I?
Oh,
Yo.
yo,
really went hard to paint on that one.
fatality, nigga. That's wrong, dog.
Yeah.
But am I wrong?
I mean, you're
No,
not
you
wrong.
ain't.
You ain't wrong. I mean, you're right. You know.
So I got a question. DK, with your knowledge of baseball, have you ever seen somebody do that shit that Willie Mays did, steal from first base all the way to home?
You know how bad your infielders have to fucking be.
Right?
Have you ever seen
I've
that?
seen it happen. I've seen it happen similar to that from first to third, but
Not
they was,
all the way.
They was going back like they was like going back and forth between like first and second, and then first blew it. So dude took second and then took third, and was smart enough not to take home because he would have got popped at the plate.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do that. I used to do that as a kid. I only did it at third base. I only steal third base to go home. That's the only time I would.
Outside of a rundown.
You what? Really? I mean, well, you know what? I never seen. Yeah, I had that. Yeah.
One base outside. I've never seen anybody steal more than two bases outside of a rundown.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, like you said, that
I see somebody steal three all the time. I see people steal three all the time. And like you said, either two things happen. Either A, good infielders throw it. Oh shit, he threw it too high. Or B, these motherfuckers are cross-eyed. All of you. All of you suck. That's the only time I've seen anybody hit all three bases.
like fucking garbage.
You have to either be garbage or, oh, damn. You know, just, you know, shit happens. You know what I mean? You just either you threw it too hard or the first baseman, like, he couldn't catch it, whatever. You know what I mean? Shit happens. That's the only time I've seen that happen.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah, I've never seen it. I've never seen
only
it.
movies they do this. To be honest, and stuff. If we're gonna be
Oh,
real.
yeah.
If we're gonna be real. I mean,
Now, then again, I'm pretty sure we can look up on YouTube and we can see like 18 of that being done 18 times by Ricky Henderson. I guarantee you. Because Ricky Henderson was the fastest nigga of all time in baseball, yo. Yo, this nigga stole bases all the time. This motherfucker was like 51 when he stole a base, man. It was funny as shit, man.
apparently, the Cleveland Indians actually, the Cleveland Indians.
Just like fucking base stealing.
I mean, you ain't lying on that one. I mean, you know what's funny? Apparently, the Cleveland Indians actually ended their pennant drought after this movie came out.
Oh, you know what they did? They actually did.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, you know, it's kind of interesting that, you know, a baseball team will actually have two movies made by them being a sorry-ass franchise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really think about that.
And nobody,
Really
even
think
the
about
Cleveland
it.
Indians, even budged. It was just like, it is true. We are horrible. So, you know.
It's a movie made based off of our team, the Cleveland Indians, and they're lovable losers, and you know we're gonna have other baseball teams in this thing. You know, I just feel that that's kind of weird because they are center stage. That team is center stage in the movie. You know what I mean? So that is kind of a funny thing where you just do that shit.
Which means,
Who is willing to have their franchise look like dog shit on the silver screen?
well, you already know what's happening next, man. I'm gonna be really pushing for the Baltimore Orioles to get a movie made by them to really kind of spur them to be better. So, you know, let's get that popping, D. Let's get that popping.
Man, you wish
So,
You know-
so what you're saying is that if a movie was based around the Chargers or
Fucker.
the Diamond Dogs,
You know who I would get to play Phillip Rivers?
who?
Gotta get Jeff Goldblum. randomness. It's like fuck it, Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum as Philip Rivers.
So here's the thing. If we look past the football, all right, listen, past it right. For yourself. It's an amazing thing, and it's a joyous thing if you find it.
Oh man!
Look, critics say, "Why is this a movie?"
Roger Ebert's Ghost says 3 out of 5 stars.
Go, motherfucker.
Some dumb asshole that wants his podcast to be plastered all over everywhere. Says it's the most fantastic movie I ever seen in my whole life.
CJ 3BG. Who the fuck is this 3BG people?
I would drive to Chris's house and fight him.
YouTube attitude that you displaying right now is far beyond my expectations, my nigga.
It'll be like, it's like gamer YouTuber says they got the right casting for my quarterback, Denzel Thomas. Blackstrip was nerd. And all of a sudden, I get D, CJ, and Aris coming up to me like, bro, really?
Really? We're doing this? All right, whatever.
Know your life now.
Dude, that's why...
ass movie.
I swear to God, that's why every day, like we give, Allied our movie reviews. I'm waiting for them to be like, use one of our movie reviews, like CJ from 3BG says this movie is exhilarating. I'm like, I didn't say that. What are you talking about?
No, I heard that. Look, bro, I heard that walking out of the
this
right.
This is my, like, I just feel like for Jeff Goldblum to be Philip Rivers, he has to question the sheer amount of children. Like, he has to be like, now, I understand that you give birth to one of these kids with every season that passes, but they're living beings. They have lives and feelings. They're not simply consolation prizes.
This is dire monologue.
You see what I'm getting at? No, I don't think you understand. These are humans. The creatures you made.
Helen Hunt plays his wife. She's off.
Oh no!
Squinting.
And then Helen Hunt doesn't. She makes that face.
She squints a squint. She has a permanent squint every time you see Helen Hunt.
No, not just a squint. The squint where she puts her hand up to her mouth. Where it almost looks like she's biting her finger, like that one.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my goodness!
Oh my god!
I have nothing else. You have heard me. You know what? I got a good question. This crossed my brain. Is this a sports movie? Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore is it's a weird sports golf movie, I guess. I don't.
Is that a sport? No. Is it a sports movie?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Okay, that's going on the list. Waterboy can go on that too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Semi-pro, that can go on there too, can it?
Yep.
I don't want to do it.
Do you really want to do that?
I got one that's actually that I actually do like legitimately. Just hear me out. Secretary.
Okay. The Secretariat, really?
I like Secretariat. Secretariat was a good movie.
You a gay ass. Look. The point is,
no judgment here.
Look,
first of all, don't come for me because that horse was still a better actor than the nigga that played fucking Rube Baker. All right.
You ain't shit,
yo,
DK.
Cause look, like I'm gonna tell you this right now. Hey y'all, you know what would be a good movie y'all do? Glory Road. And look, let me tell you something.
I really want to
I'm not
watch.
doing no more.
Might as well
We are
say-
not doing no The only inspirational one that I'm thinking about us doing is fucking Rudy. Don't tell me to do Hoosiers. I'm not doing no white people bullshit. Okay, all
The only
right.
thing we're gonna be
I'm
talking
not
about
doing
with Hoosiers is just fucking is Gene Hackman acting his ass off. That's about it.
Oh, you want to talk? When I say white people bullshit, do that movie, what was the movie where the lights were blowing up? What was it, The Natural? No, I'm not doing that shit. No, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing Field of Dreams. I'm not doing that crap, man.
First off, Field of Dreams. I'm just gonna look at it like, so you just want us to cry during this whole thing? Like, come on, Dad,
Right.
let's play catch.
If you feel the dreams, you might as well do the fucking Rookie.
I don't want to do the Rookie.
Exactly.
I want to do Rookie of the Year. See?
Ah.
I do Rookie of the Year. But here's the thing. Y'all want me to do fucking... Look, for whatever reason, D did not really... was so pressed to see Mighty Ducks. What drew you guys? Was it just kids being wacky on the ice? Was that what drew you? Because that didn't draw me. I don't know why. I'm not a kid from the hood like that, but I really feel that held me back just a little bit because I didn't see the appeal like y'all did.
I mean,
It was because Emilio Estevez had a lot of fucking charisma.
This motherfucker, you know, DK, that sounds horrible. 7-year-old DK. All right. I like the way he talks.
I think
Let's
the
get him.
idea of it was because
I like the cut of
Disney.
his jib.
The thing about the Mighty Ducks, though, I think it was just the overall idea of how Disney marketed their movies. Like, these young kids who gets in the wacky hijinks.
No, right here. I got you. DK.
It was because I had never seen kids play hockey before. Like, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's...
Look, being a kid from Miami, never feeling nothing below 85 degrees. I understand that with you. Spoiled with asshole. Anyway, but I understand that. Full I do. But that didn't work for me. I don't know. I think I was just like into other shit, and I just didn't really care for the Mighty Ducks. I liked the logo when I was a kid. I did.
I think if anything, I think 2 and 3 appealed to me more just because of what they were doing. Because as a kid, you watch like, oh, they're in the Junior Olympics and stuff, the Junior Goodwill Games. You might as well say it was the fucking Olympics. That's how it felt to me. At least.
Yeah.
And it was just the idea of, oh, they made it to the Olympics, and even though feasibly it's like, really, we're gonna get they managed to get their whole team as an Olympic team. Whatever, fine, you let it go.
It's like, that's how it works. Yeah, they all made the U.S. team.
And the third movie appealed to me just because it's like, oh, the Mighty Ducks are an actual school, and they're on an actual school hockey team. Huh, that's interesting. But the first movie...
I'm sorry, CJ. You said the third movie appealed to you?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, I was for the ride, and also...
They're on the actual team, and I'm Kenan Thompson.
Kenan Thompson was probably the huge get, because at that time, that's when he was blowing up on all that. So it was like, oh, Kenan Thompson, which is funny, because real talk, to show you how much they put all the marketing on Kenan Thompson's back for that fucking third movie to push on all that and Kenan Kill and all that shit. That's how you know they were like, man, we really don't got no bankable stars. What about Joshua Jackson? Nah, fuck him. We're gonna give it to Kenan Thompson. That's all we're gonna do.
Yo, man.
Like, they was in the office like pitching ideas about the movie, and then all of a sudden somebody just walked in playing all that theme on the boombox.
I think we got an idea, boys. Let's get that cute black boy. Let's get that sexy cute black boy. That cute black boy. Black boy.
Also, I like how the second movie, I know this is kind of revisionist history. Should we get Juicy Smollett back for the second one? Nah, we got Kenan Thompson. Bring him back. Bring him in.
No.
Bring him in. Oh, people forget. Juicy Smollett was in the first movie.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he was. He was. Yeah, it was 2 black kids. It was Juicy Smollett and this other kid. They were the 2 black people. Oh, them and the other black kid, Brandis, that kid and stuff. He was on the team.
Oh, the kid that did that was in like the Michael Jackson Bad.
Him. Yeah. He was in it. And then when they got to the second movie, it was like, shit. We got Kenan Thompson because Kenan Thompson's a big dude and stuff because he was coming off of heavyweights. Do we bring back Juicy Smollett? Nah, nobody's gonna care that he's not back. Just we're just gonna continue with the people that matter. That's what they did. Because even fucking Little Pete didn't
He was
come back
like
in the second one.
he was like the third Winslow sibling.
Basically,
Just like
dude, even Little Pete didn't even pop back up in the second one. It was like, oh yeah, we're just gonna ditch everybody and just bring back the people that mattered. So, yeah.
You know what?
And then after Keenan did D2, then he did all that.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what? I'm still thinking we need to do that though. You know, the Mighty Ducks, because y'all. You know what I also want to do, and I want to do with y'all also. For Chris, this will be our second time doing it. I still want to do Space Jam again.
Come on and slam.
Again? Didn't you guys already do it?
Yes, we did, but I would like to do it with, this show. You know what I mean? I like to do it like that, man.
I would like Space Jam the fuck up. I'm sorry.
Space Jam is one of the worst.
It would be timely just because of the fact that LeBron's Space Jam movie is actually going forward now and stuff. Y'all see the new jerseys and shit for that?
Nope.
I thought that was an old picture, man. They got a new one out?
I'm just going off the old one.
Oh. I don't know if this is still going on, but whatever. I guess so. We'll see. But yeah, I would like to do that over again, man. You know, talk about that shit, that weird movie that's actually kind of good, but at the same time, what?
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, Space Jam is just one of those anomaly of movies and stuff. But going back to what you're saying, but going back to what you're saying, I'm with you on. I want our white listeners to understand. It's not like we have an offense. We really don't like the white inspirational movies. It's just it doesn't really appeal to me unless they're fun and fucked up like Varsity Blues. I wouldn't mind doing Varsity Blues because that's a fun.
I would love to do Varsity.
That's a fun fucked up white people movie right there. Yes, there's a token black dude in that movie, but I don't care.
For one main reason, I never watched it before.
Wow, you didn't?
No, really? I know the legend of it. Not just I don't want your life. No, I have heard good things and things about that movie. So I am all for watching that shit. I'd never seen it before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, also Glory Road. That was a Disney movie, and I forgot Jerry Bruckheimer did it, so I already know he's gonna go hard in the paint on like.
Shia LaBeouf did the Disney movie, the golf one.
Oh yeah, that fucking weird ass movie. Shit.
It's called shit. I knew it.
Nah. Hold up. I think I go. The Greatest Game Ever Played.
The Greatest Game Ever Played.
1913 U.S. Open. He was the first amateur to win a U.S. Open.
Oh yeah.
At this point, you might as well just combine that with the Ledger Bagger Vance just so we can knock that movie for having a fucking Magic Negro and Will Smith.
Oh, I'm not. I never watched that.
Little Magical Negro.
Woo! Legend of Bagger Vance, man. Woo!
I never watched
your Poppins head ass.
It's like, hey, Matt Damon, if you hit that ball, it'll go into the hole.
Let me tell you something, Matt Damon. Us Negroes, we are made from the finest magic. All you need to do is look inside yourself, and the magic will come.
That's exactly what he did. That's basically what he did.
Is that how it went?
Basically.
Matter of fact, you know how I ain't been seeing lately? I ain't been seeing the Magical Negro from my job lately.
See, you scared him away with your blackness and shit.
No, I see him, just not as often.
Oh, I was gonna say you scared him with your trap music and your Black Panthers and your
we all know Rick James kidnapped a woman and stuck her in his basement.
Side note, this is a sports movie. Me and Eris recently saw this movie the way back. The review probably will be up. And I told me and Eris were talking about this, and I was like, yeah, this movie's going to probably be like a 7 out of 10 because I know it's going to be the stereotypical, the magical white guy that gets over his drunkenness to help these minorities win a basketball championship. And then you watch the movie and it's like, holy shit, it's not what I thought it was. Goddamn, Ben Affleck is actually acting his ass off. Well, never mind. I feel stupid now.
Ben Affleck ain't a bad actor. Niggas just like wilding out.
I think people.
The trailer gave off the vibe of one vision of it. That's probably what threw me off, and I was like, oh, well, damn.
And I always tell you that's a downfall as a critic. You should never look at people just doing one way. You should always look at an actor having the ability to try to flex themselves out of their usual routine. Some people can still act the same way and have a charm to it, like motherfucking Goldblum. But even then, Goldblum fucking acts.
Yeah.
He doesn't like just sits down and not fucking does his job. So everybody has to have their own way of acting and shit. You gotta allow people to grow in blah 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 and all the rest of that good shit. Now, then again, there are some motherfuckers who are still one note, and that's all they be. I'm looking dead at Vin Diesel. Family.
You want to be black in his movies.
This is exactly why I'm looking at Eris when he sees Dead Bloodshot next week, and I'm like, hey, Eris, so is Vin Diesel being Vin Diesel in Triple X in that movie? Or nah?
Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is. Like, so yeah, which
Vin Diesel is gonna be like Vin Diesel is just gonna be like it's gonna be like a mashup between like Triple X and then this motherfucker gonna do some wild shit, and then all of a sudden you're gonna hear in the background, I am Groot.
First off, in Bloodshot, he doesn't have a car as a crutch now, so he really has to be on his P's and Q's now. So you know.
Oh shit, we getting Riddick Vin Diesel there.
Right? That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, granted,
see what I'm saying? See, Chris, that's one note. You know what else is one note? Loretta Devine. That's one note. Okay? You have actors who are one fucking note.
Loretta Devine alone.
But then again, you have actors who got pinned that way. It shouldn't even fucking deserve it. And I got to be real. I don't know why we do that to Ben. I don't do it to Ben,
that's why Triple X.
But here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing, Chris. Even though I don't do it to Ben, I had that same feeling you had going into that bitch. I haven't seen it yet, but you telling me that, I'm gonna give the movie a chance now.
Yeah, it definitely bucks the trend of because it was funny because I wasn't the only one. Lucas thought the same thing because Lucas was like, man, they're gonna have Ben Affleck out here being the magical white guy that helps these poor minorities, and then all of a sudden me and Lucas look at each other like, well, damn, we were looking stupid, weren't we? He's like, yeah, I know, right?
Pretty good. I always like that, man. I always like that. You know, look, it is always Lucas. I look like, oh, this is that was pretty good. Like, yeah, I know, right? Fuck me.
Look, that was funny to you because me and Lucas had a good laugh because I was like, man, Ben Affleck gonna coach the shit out of these minorities, ain't he? And I was like, yep.
All right. Anyway, motherfucking show been going on way too long. I like to thank Denzel DK coming on this motherfucking episode. Chris, I have no idea how we're going to schedule our nigga Shaggy on this motherfucker, yeah?
We'll do it.
I really don't know how we're going to do this shit, but we're going to find a way.
We'll do it.
We're going to find a fucking way. But next time you hear from us, Chris, we're going to be talking about college basketball. We're going to be talking about motherfucking hockey and shit.
Hockey and baseball.
And I might talk baseball. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, we'll see, motherfucker.
We'll see if the Wizards can overcome a 3-game deficit to get the 8th spot next week.
See, here's the funny thing. I will give them that. They're fighting, Chris. But I don't think it's going to fucking happen.
Yeah, I'll take the fight. I'll take the fighting over. Nah, they're not going to do it, aren't they?
I like the drama that he dumped into that, though. That was nice.
But Chris, I give it up to you. Yeah, you're right. They're fighting. I love it. I do. Yeah. I do. Anyway,
we'll see
see you then.
Oh, yeah.